Go ahead, it's recording.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. It's gonna be 2 hours of this.
I mean, that's what I thought.
Uh, what?
In order for this to win an award, we have to say our names to kick off the podcast.
Do you?
Yeah, the rules are like you have to introduce yourself or something like that.
What rules?
I don't know. I was listening to a different podcast talk about how you have to do certain stuff to be qualified to be a podcast.
Which one was this?
The yard
Hmm.
rules of winning.
Are you
We
gonna?
need a producer.
Are you gonna look up the rules for for podcasting? Um,
Hang on.
are you?
Podcast awards.
Are you gonna? Are you gonna? Are you gonna win?
I have to have 10 published. Oh, I already missed the deadline.
Headline for what?
To submit to a podcast award.
Are you? Wait, there's actual rules to podcasting.
Nomination rules and eligibility.
You
Any
have
show
to.
podcasting on or before July 1st, 2021 with a minimum of 10 published episodes or documentary series under 10 episodes is eligible.
Under 10 episodes? Well, we're well under.
Well, it's a podcast with a minimum of 10 published episodes or
Oh,
a
minimum.
documentary series under 10 episodes.
Well, is this a documentary series?
Yeah, it's about Rick and Morty and the Fortnite fantasies.
Okay. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Okay, I think I'm ready to.
Um, are you done looking up the rules?
No. Yes, I'm done looking up the rules.
What is the rules?
I don't know. I forget. I'm pretty sure we just have to intro it. Do we have a song yet?
I can play one real quick. What do you want it to be?
Um, Something like, I'm Tim the Trash Can.
How about you send me what you want it to be, or just
I
tell me
don't
what
know
it's
what I
like.
want it to be.
I got YouTube pulled up.
It can't be anything that's like,
I think it has to
I
be under
can't lose
15
my money to
seconds.
someone. I can't lose my money to someone.
About
Our fan base in the future will make us something. Right
what?
now, I just want it to be 15 seconds of dead silence.
That's our intro song. I'll type it in. How about
It'll
this
be it'll be my
podcast
rendition
intro song? We'll
of
just
Rick
steal
and
one.
Morty.
We'll just steal one from a different person. That's how to say
No, it'll be my rendition of Rick and Morty.
royalty-free music for podcasting.
Rick.
uh, podcast background music. Oh no.
Yeah, it's over. TG's. We're retiring from the podcast game.
Your mom's house podcast. Okay. Mm.
Your
I
mom's house.
Yeah, you never watched it.
Is it your mom's basement?
No, that's where I'm living currently. All right. Well, I didn't pick a song, so if we don't have an intro, that's on you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure to do something, we have to be like, I'm Joe and he's Nads. And this is the Bigs podcast.
Okay. Okay.
It
And,
has to be something like that.
all right.
It's in the rules and regulations somewhere.
Well, can you link them to me? Fuck.
I don't know the link.
I thought you were just reading them.
I kind of was.
Oh fuck.
I,
Um.
I, I like 3 words in and then I gave up.
Uh. Did you pick a song?
Submitted podcast must have publicly accessible RSS feed that can be followed/subscribed to. Submission for best podcast listening platforms include any app or site capable of listening to a podcast.
But what's that song? That song that you like? The Kimosabe. Kimosabe.
We can't. It's not like DMCA or whatever.
Yeah, you can play like 15 seconds of it though. Who's
Yeah,
this?
but
Who's
what
the
if they get mad?
who's the singer of it?
Sleepy Hollow.
Okay, yeah. It's not called Kimosabe, however I spelled it. Sleepy Hollow.
It's Mino Sabe. Minosabe.
No, it's Kimosabe. Anyway, I don't see that song anywhere.
What?
Where's this? When
That's retarded.
Mino, me. Oh, it's M-I.
That's what I said.
Okay, you ready? I'm gonna play it. You won't be able to hear it probably.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with anything? Wouldn't you just edit that in later?
Nope, this is how we're
Writing's not that.
Oh,
Wait, but I'm not ready.
I
Restart.
forgot. I don't have YouTube Premium, so it just fired up an ad. Never mind. We'll get that worked out in post.
Yeah, I saw some dude flame a different podcast for that. He's like, if you're gonna be looking at YouTube videos, might want to invest in ad block.
I have it on my private account.
Oh, okay, go ahead and leak that. Go ahead and leak that IP address.
I can't. It's my only subscriber on my on my actual my solo podcast. People will know.
You can't DDoS yourself like that.
Nah. Is there another?
Me no sabe.
Close enough. All right. How do I can play it into the mic. Hold on. Hold on.
What are you on about, mate?
Well, you said you wanted an intro song. Ready?
No, we have to intro we have to intro the thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be you don't need an intro. Are you playing it off your phone?
I have any better equipment. Stop.
Yeah, there's a GG's.
Alright, then you.
I want you to play that.
Oh, it's 15 seconds. No, you just have to now hit the intro.
I'm Boo. Are you gonna say your name? Are you gonna say your name? And that's Retief, and this is the Bigs. Why did you say her name?
I didn't know that's what you were doing. I thought you were just hitting the
What
pause
do you
for
mean?
effect.
After 2 words? What effect is there? What effect is there to give after saying your name?
I don't know.
Boo.
I thought you were just hitting it hard. I was ready for it.
Minos, I bet.
All right, well, we got the intro out of the way, so solid on that. It only took us 8.5 minutes.
Don't cut that either. I want that all in.
Oh, I know, pal. I've also been clicking on the recording software while another window's open, so I've just been firing off that like error sound from Windows into the podcast. Ooh, shit. We're professionals. I don't know how to get it.
Yeah, so this will be the last episode of the Bigs podcast. Thanks for all the support.
On my podcast the other day, I made the rule that if you don't listen from the first one before the second one comes out, you're not allowed to say that you were here since the beginning, because you always see that shit. You see people like, I've been here since the beginning. No,
I don't like that, because I like to start listening to people after like episode 200, and then I watch them all backwards.
Nope. But you can't say it then.
But I've been.
But you
I
can't.
watched every single episode. I'd walk up to him and go, I watched every single episode. I go,
Yeah.
Really? What's your favorite? And I'd go, I don't know.
How's that usually go for you?
Then they go, who the fuck is this guy? Please stop breathing heavily and take 5 steps back.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
I'm
I thought you were talking to me. I didn't see you were getting picked up with the mic. had to check
No,
my
I just kind of,
levels.
just gotta go, I just gotta go up to people and I just, I've been a big,
Mm,
I've, I've watched every, like, did you just run a 5K before this? I'm like, no, I took 5 steps.
5 steps?
I saw you from across, well, not really across the room. It was like, and then I
What?
just started singing my intro and go, hey, have you ever seen my podcast?
The
And
intro we just laid down?
yeah, I do the entire 8 minutes.
That's our intro every time.
Yeah, but
Spastically
I have to do
clicking around.
both parts.
I didn't know you were setting me up. All right, fuck.
Yeah, okay, bud. No one just says, I'm so and so, and then waiting for the other person to talk, and then they just don't. Ever.
I
You
think
still didn't even say anything.
you hit him with my name already. We're good.
Okay, Retief.
Retief Goosen. That
Uh,
did I ever tell you what that is? That's a it's
no.
a tennis player. Random. I don't know where I saw it. I don't watch tennis, but it's a some random tennis player's name.
It won't be your name in in like 3 days. So.
Oh, that's my name. It might not even be my name now. What is
Well,
my
there's Dynamite McGee and there's Retief. So you never know. The names are going to change constantly. There's only two things that are infinite in this world.
my names and my hunger.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't hit. All right.
Oh no, it hit. Hang on. Add the laughs in post production.
Oh yeah. Let's just start clapping when there's supposed to be a laugh track. That way I know where to put them in.
Can we sync up the audio? Wait, aren't you supposed to do it at the start? Nah, I don't know. I just figured I'd work it in.
Nah, don't worry about it. It'll get in there at some point, beginning or or end. I sorry, I'm trying to get things set up on my end while it's going on.
You're still setting up while it's already going on?
I didn't say it was. I'm good at this.
Oh yeah, it's GG's.
I never claimed to be good at this. Gotta,
That's weird. You're taking 90% of the cut and you're not good at this?
yeah. I'm just having to learn new things. All right, cut me some slack.
He forces me to be here.
Oh, whatever. There's a lot of things going on my screen right now. Okay.
Like what? The error sound?
No, I fixed that. That's gone. Well, it hasn't happened since.
I want that as like a laugh track. I want that instead of the laugh track.
We just started hammering on the error sound. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll have to get those. I'll have to get those in post too. Hold on, I gotta. I gotta.
Yeah, this
I
guy.
had to get a. Oh, excuse me. Let me get a cough drop.
We need a producer.
I.
We're now taking applications for producers. Go ahead and drop that. I'm not sure what the email is. It'll be up on the screen right here. I'm already giving you more work to do.
I'll get that in post. You check that in on the website. We don't have a website currently. Mind the rapper son. I'm just trying to get this cough drop.
Sure, it's a cough drop, bud.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, this guy.
Do you okay? When it comes to cough drops, do you like the lemon and honey, or do you like the menthol? And I know it's
I
not
hate
menthol because menthol is like do you like menthol cigarettes? Let's see what it is. I got both.
I hate
Oh, it is menthol.
everything lemon.
What is the cigarette called then?
Menthols.
Menthols. So they have menthols. Menthol. You know, it's a real missed opportunity that menthol is spelt this way, and Halls doesn't have it like menth and then Halls. But I'm not telling anyone how to do their job over there.
You should be their PR guy.
Yeah, I should be their Twitter guy. But it's pretty. I always go. I don't know. I find myself favoring the lemon and honey.
I hate lemon.
Why?
Everything. Tastes terrible.
No, No, it
People are
doesn't.
like, people are like, let's get something sweet, because fat people can relate. Like, let's get something sweet. It's dessert time. Like, let's get some lemon meringue or some bullshit.
Hmm.
Fuck no. All lemon desserts taste terrible,
All of
and
them.
I can't be swayed.
Be realistic. Be
Be
realistic.
realistic.
Yeah. How,
I want anything that's chocolate.
what about lemon? Sorry, my. What about lemon? Lemon and chocolate pie.
No, that negates the positivity of chocolate.
So one thing I just realized I had a noise gate on. I don't know how much it was canceling out. So I don't think it was canceling everything out, but we'll see him once. You know how it is.
Is going dashingly.
But I think it got the intro in there at least.
Yeah, here, add this.
Okay. You want a
There's the
menthol
laugh
or a lemon?
track.
You want the menthol or the lemons?
No, that was the strawberry one. Or cherry, whatever it is. I think it's cherry.
Cherry what?
Cherry's like classic
You
cough syrup
you put
taste.
cherry Slurpee or
Cherry, nice to see you. Laugh track, laugh track.
okay.
God, I just killed that one.
Cherry what?
Tour date's popping up on the screen now. As you can tell, I'm definitely a stand-up comedian.
All right, time to hit our
It's weird.
sponsorship.
No
Uh,
dates popped up.
um, we gotta hit our sponsor. Dude, uh,
Uh,
Halls
Stop giving them free advertisement. I
Halls
name brand the cough drops.
Halls
I go in, I get the
Halls' name
Walmart
brand.
brand or whatever.
Great
No,
value.
I don't want the name brand. Whatever. No, I don't know what it's called.
Great
Okay,
value.
I generic brand it.
Great value.
Generic.
Anyways, so this episode brought to you by Halls.
It is not. They have
Lemon
not written a check. This is not brought to you by them.
lemon
No.
flavored only.
Nope. 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 Nope.
That
No.
lemon flavored only.
Speaking of sponsors, any energy drinks?
What do you think the first sponsor we're gonna be approached by is? I have an energy
Um.
drink right here. I got a Rockstar. I doubt we're getting the
Oh,
Rockstar.
bud. Stop dropping names.
Today's episode.
This better be bleeped out. This better
Today,
be bleeped out.
today's
I want
episode.
this entire 2-minute segment to be bleeped out.
Today's
I just
episode
want to beep.
brought to you by Rockstar flavored Halls.
I know a gaming company, or it creates gamer beverages. Wink, wink. Any sponsors?
Four Locos.
No.
I actually watched a small doc. Uh, what's a short documentary called? A smockumentary.
Mockumentary.
I watched a smockumentary
A
on Four
docuseries.
Locos, and it was kind of interesting. I guess a bunch of people were getting fucked up by him. I never really looked into it before, but it was like I can't remember what the dosage was, but it was some crazy amount of energy drinks, and then like and a stupid amount of alcohol in one of these. But like I guess people were getting hospitalized and whatnot. I've never had a Four
Aren't
Loco
they
though.
illegal?
No, they're still made. They're just not. They changed the recipe.
Oh, I thought they were like illegal for a long time. That's why people like they weren't really popular or whatever. Because I feel like I've heard that people were getting injured or whatever you were saying,
Our
and they were
four,
like, I don't know, I mean, whose idea was it? Like, energy drink, alcohol, what can go wrong?
let's see. Is Four Loco currently banned or illegal anywhere? Answer: Four Loco is not banned or illegal. In fact, it is available in 49 U.S. states.
So it's illegal in one state,
Yep, probably ours.
probably Kansas. There's no Uber in Kansas.
Really?
No, there is.
Why would you lie to me?
Laugh track.
Nice.
No, I
Wait,
don't
it's
know.
why?
I just
Is
think
there really
they were
not?
like,
Whoa, hold on.
no, that was just that was just
No, hold
a
on. Is there
joke.
really no
It
Uber in
was a joke.
Kansas?
It
What
was a
about?
joke.
What
It's
about?
an old Twitch joke.
What about? What about? What's the other one?
DoorDash. Oh, sorry, that's food. I'm fat.
No, the what is the other one?
Uber Eats.
No, no, not the other food one. What is the
Uh,
what, Drive Club? No,
7-Eleven.
Ford Loco. No,
Lyft.
Lyft. Yep. Is that one banned in Kansas?
It's funny because the entire point of that joke, it was like a Twitch thing. The entire point of that joke is if people say it back, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, there's no Uber in Canada?
I
You're
don't
that
know,
guy, pal. You're the Uber Kansas guy.
but I don't get it.
Nope, too late.
No, I don't. I really I don't understand why that's
Today's sponsor.
Halls
No,
Halls
stop
flavored
giving them
Rockstar.
airtime.
We got
Stop giving
Rockstar
them
flavored
airtime.
Halls and Halls flavored
Stop.
Rockstars.
No air.
No herb. Anyways,
Hard work, work. Oh,
I
sorry.
what is the what is the what is the oh the first sponsor you're getting? What do you think it is?
I mean, anyone that wants to make a lot of money in the future, because I'll remember that they stuck by me. I'm the $1 million man in the future. Shoot for the stars. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea who's gonna. I guess it depends on how well this does. So there's no sponsor coming anytime soon. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
After they listened to 4 out of 8 minutes of that intro and they weren't interested for some reason.
The intro was actually legit, to be honest. It's the best part so far. But I
I like I like the Uber part.
maybe, maybe I like the mid podcast review of what of what we're doing. Every 15
Okay, you
minutes we're
gotta
gonna take a
reflect.
break.
You gotta if you want to get better at the game, you gotta reflect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. I feel like there's so many sponsors out there that don't sponsor people that make sense.
I think a lot of people just don't want to. A lot of people haven't adapted the new way of doing things. Like a lot of game companies now, that's like one of the biggest things that I think have adapted. Like games that are coming out, just paying Twitch people to play the games is
Mm-hmm.
way better than actually. They've realized that they make more money just paying people to play it as promoting it instead of actually making ads and stuff.
Yeah,
I just don't think that's how, like mainstream like people that want to sponsor stuff yet. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But as soon as they realize that, I mean, and then you have the companies that sponsor like every podcast. So maybe we can get some of those.
Well, like Manscaped.
Manscaped
Get out of my
keeps.
face. Sorry,
Uh,
Joseph Gordon Levitt is here. He's he's what in the fuck?
let's send it over to Joseph.
Joseph Gordon Levitt's here. He's our executive producer of this podcast. He's knocking catnip toys down off my thing. But it is, you know what
So
it's
how?
the marketing budget for something like that, for like a Manscaped or something, has to be so excessive because they really are attached to like everything.
Well,
Or
yeah, it's. I think that's everything about them. Yeah, they and it was actually like I feel like them and what's that soap company that like makes their own soap and they promote it like, oh, if my man smelled like this and it's
what,
some lady fucking going nuts.
what is the yeah, I can't remember what it's.
Dr. Squatch or something like that.
Yep, yep. Are they even around
Yeah,
still?
yeah, yeah, they are. They're still booming. They're like I feel like them and Manscaped were the first people to really make ads that weren't everything else. That was just like throwing it in your face. They
Mm-hmm.
do stupid shenanigans to start promoting. So I feel like Manscaped has to just be dumping like 25% of their entire budget into ads, minimum, probably more.
I wonder if it works. Like how how profitable are they? Because it just seems like because if they make a decent product, how are they going to keep? I mean, are you just relying on new customers? Like, because there's not really, it's not like a Harry's or like a Dollar Shave Club or where that's like a monthly thing. they're just like they sell one razor or not razor, one trimmer, then they're supposedly done, right? Because they say they're making a quality product, but they don't have like they aren't selling new blades. They aren't. Well, maybe they have like
Well, that's the thing. They are. There is replacement blades, and there is like I don't know. They have like nuts perfume or whatever it's called, nut deodorant,
that sort of
like
thing.
shaving cream. They have a bunch of different bullshit products like underwear. They tried to branch out, and then like it seems like every so often they're on like the 4.0, the
Yeah,
lawnmower is what they call it. That's their trimmer, and they're on like the 4.0, so they do like new renditions of that. But uh, and when you listen to people, everyone that like talks about them seems to like them. So
there's a ton of shit
uh,
actually. I'm looking at their website right now. They have a
yeah,
shaving
it's not
mat
just one thing.
where you stand over it.
That's I did see that. That's actually 400 IQ.
Mm. Oh, and then replacement blades. You're right. I didn't know they had just a razor blade like that. The plow.
Oh yeah, it actually looks really. I mean, I don't want to juice up this company yet until they give me some money, but it does look pretty good.
Yeah, we're already sponsored by Halls. I'm
I
gonna
hate
hold on.
their
I
product.
gotta put a Halls logo on our. Hold on.
Dude, they're not giving us money.
Halls cough drops. Hold on. Let's
You know what
see.
I need at a time like this? Back to our sponsor for today.
Hold on. I gotta pull this. And then we drag it here. There we go.
I think that's where we're gonna be. That's where we're gonna be different.
We're sponsored by Halls.
No, no one cares about that. We're we're trying to we're trying to do stuff as it's going on. You know what I mean? It's like terrible. it's
Well,
it's like trying to be a live podcast but recorded. So they're like, "How did you fuck up this man?" We're like, "Hey, I'm that guy, pal."
maybe they'll find it endearing.
Hey, at least we pressed the record button, right?
Uh,
Please start giving us money. I can't keep clocking into this job, dude. I'm actually. Please.
yeah, my hours just got cut at my part-time job, so I'm obviously a real fucking superstar over there.
I wish they'd cut my hours.
But anyway, sponsored by Halls.
Yeah, someone better sponsor us soon. Is basically the entire gist of this conversation.
I don't think I would. Maybe if we
Yeah, I agree.
get a full like maybe if we get some views.
No, 10 episodes in. I'm calling it now. After 10 episodes, this will already be a full-fledged thing. It'll blow up. Just watch me start doing, the renegade on TikTok to promote it,
Is that how
and
you're
it'll
planning
just be over.
on getting
Yeah, I'm the social media team, just in case everyone was wondering.
hmm.
So when you see that large man doing the renegade, it was me.
Is the Renegade still popular?
Renegade, renegade.
Oh, fuck. Just make sure you're popping Halls while you're doing it.
Doesn't matter if it's popular. I'm doing it because
Oh.
you know what is popular? The bigs.
Oh.
The people that get in now are gonna be able to say, "I remember when I was watching them
For a
on
limited
episode
time, you can say you've
365."
been here since the beginning until the next episode.
No, I say if they're here within the first 5, they've been here since the
Nope, nope,
beginning.
nope, 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 nope.
Yes,
Not the beginning.
yes.
Nope. Don't
It's
listen
the
to him.
start of this series.
Imagine we pull the Halls
Dude,
sponsorship.
why do you want halls so bad?
I'm
I
just
fucking
you.
hate cough
I
drops.
use them all the time, dude.
Just stop coughing.
Oh yeah. I no, I just well, you yell at me when I'm coughing, so
Yeah,
I
it's
got
annoying.
I keep them on deck. They just take a minute to kick in, you know. He goes, "This."
You actually put the logo up. This guy.
It's your favorite flavor too. I actually didn't even do that on purpose.
No, you familiarized yourself with the bag. You're like, ooh,
Yeah,
yay!
I have both of them
Like
here.
lemon. I was thinking about going back to the there's no Uber in Kansas. This is when I texted you the other day and I was like, I just said navigation, I think.
Yep.
I was on my way home from work and it was a Friday. I think it was a Friday payday. And I start to leave, working. For the people who don't know, I work the graveyard shift. So once I get off, it's breakfast time. And I was like, oh, I'll be a nice guy today. I just got paid and it's the morning. And I was going to go stop and get some donuts for the people in the home. And I go there. I'm driving down the street and I see a Dunkin' Donuts and I'm like, hey, good enough. And I go to pull in and it's the longest line I've ever seen. It's literally coming out of the parking lot into the street. And I was like, no, I'm not waiting in
For
this.
Duncan?
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was the
even know.
longest line I've ever seen.
Didn't even know Duncan popped off like that. I thought that was like a Dutch thing.
Well, yeah, that should be the only thing that it is. But Dunkin' Donuts, for some reason, everyone wanted donuts this morning. So that instantly, tilt, the
Mm-hmm.
tilt gets up there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever. I usually, if something's like filled like that, I never go inside. But I'm like, I was on a mission for these donuts.
What kind
You
of?
know,
Okay, hold on.
I was
Sidebar.
I
What
was
kind of?
breathing heavy.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
well, right now or?
Well, yes and
Oh,
yes.
the recollection of the donut story is getting you going.
A double double. Yeah, well,
What
I'm starting to drool a little bit.
what what donut do you get?
I'm a glazed donut type of guy.
Just straight glazed, like the old school O donut.
Yeah, classic.
Mm. So and do you like Krispy Kreme?
I don't even know if I've ever had it.
They're supposedly the best glazed. You might need to make a stop.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure everyone goes. I'd be in a Dunkin' Donuts situation every time I went there. I feel like
Just maybe you gotta treat yourself. You never know.
I need to stop treating myself. The number on the scale keeps going up for some reason.
A little bit too many treats.
It's when I keep treating myself. Anyway, so this is the only time I'm like, okay. So I go park. I walk up to the door, and not I don't know. I probably should have thought that something was up if the line's that long. But I go up to the door, and there's this sign that says understaffed, lobby closed.
Mm.
And I mean, that's every place right now with the for hire signs on every building. Even when I went to the bank the other day, the bank's hiring. Like no one's holding down a job. And then I'm like, okay, so that's a double loss. So at this point I'm out, I'm walking back to the car and I'm just like, man, no donuts today. And well, throwing it back, I'm should have probably started with it, but I'm terrible at the entire navigation topic. I'm terrible at directions. I've been
Uh-huh.
in the same area for I don't know. What is it now? Like 10 years?
Yeah.
10 years and I still don't know like basic streets and stuff like that. But I just hop back on the road and I think I'm going the right way. I see like familiar names of streets. So I just start turning down names of streets I've heard of before. And then I end up in this place that's like industrial and like a cornfield on the side of it. And I was like, what the fuck's going on, man? Where am I?
Yeah. What? I'm trying to think of where. Well, well, I'm not gonna have you dox yourself. I was gonna say where do you work, but how far away from
Well,
home
yeah,
do you
I
work?
mean, it's no, that's the thing. I wasn't. I was literally going down a street that I always go down, but I guess once you keep going down far enough, it just turns into Idaho.
Okay.
So I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And now at this point, tilts at maximum, I'd say.
Okay.
And then I find a place to turn around. I just you it because it was still a street that I've been down a million times. Like I've heard the name or read the name or whatever. So I turn down and I just start following it again. And then I realized where I'm at. I was completely turned around, just going down the wrong way. And then by the tilts at an all-time high, I'm speeding. I'm speeding back home. At this point, I just want to be home. I just got off the graveyard shift. It's morning. I don't have donuts. Probably a couple tears in the eyes. I don't know.
Okay.
And then oh, that was the thing too. I was going and I was like, man, there's no other. That's why I picked Dunkin' anyway. There's no other donut shops. Like in my mind, I'm like, there's no other donut shops.
Near you.
I'm going down, and then out of the corner of my eye, I see what I thought said Bofa Donuts.
Oh, you went to Bosa, huh?
So then I see that and I'm like, I might as well try. And I just like hit a turn at an alarmingly fast rate into the parking lot.
You
And then
went
I
to
go
Boso.
in
I actually
and
like
this,
Boso.
yeah, it was actually really good eating them afterwards. I was happy that I stopped there.
Now,
And
how much of that was you were just happy to have donuts and you were pissed? Like, were you angry eating, and that's why they were good, or were they legitimately good? Are you going to need a second visit to confirm?
mm, I mean, it probably helps that I thought there was no hope and I had given up.
Mhm.
And but then I stumbled upon a donut shop. But I don't know. I felt like it was pretty. There's something I like about like a doughy donut, which sounds stupid, but like really kind of puffed out, just a maximum chewiness to a donut.
Now I know why you like the regular glaze because they do have that. They have that chewiness to them.
Yeah, it's like it's the best possible feeling when I get a donut. So I get there, and the ladies, I get to the counter at Bofa, and I'm talking to I'm talking to her. And she's saying stuff to me. I was like, "Can I get?" So I'm like, "I need a dozen donuts." Obviously, when am I gonna get a couple? I'm like, "I need a dozen donuts," and you have to pick out your box. And then I'm like, I started off right from the get. Can I get 6 glazed?
Fuck.
And then she starts hitting me with questions. She's like, "The original or the blah 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 blah?" I'm like, "What?
Checks of each,
How do you
please.
fuck up a glazed donut?"
I'm trying to think.
So then I get my 6 glazed and then I pick out random ones I think the other people will like at the house.
Right.
And that day I just
Oh,
thought it was crazy how I don't know anything around me,
so
honestly.
I looked up the Bosa menu because we have one up here as well. There's a regular glazed, which is probably the one that you want.
Yes.
Then they have a cake donut glazed,
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
and then like cake donuts are gonna be like, have you ever had a buttermilk bar?
Probably. I'm
Or
not a big. I'm not into the into the know with donuts. Obviously, I just keep hitting them glazed.
yeah, and then they had a glazed devil food cake. They call it the glazed devil, and I don't
Ooh.
know if that's because they ran out of characters over the donut for the name, or if it's just called the glazed devil, but it's chocolate.
That's gonna be my name in Discord soon.
Well, they got a glazed butt. Okay, they have a glazed butt and a plain butt for this.
But
It's
what's Bofa selling?
I'll
We got
send.
glazed butt.
Hold on, I'll send it to you on Discord.
The entire point of the story, I made that really about donuts, but the entire point of the story that I thought was funny that I've been in the same place for, ooh, I've been in the same place for like 10 years now, 11 years, and I still can't. No roads. But I also thought it's because I realized that when people are talking about like their home cities, there's like cool sounding roads
You don't think you have
everywhere
that?
else. No,
What's a cool sounding road to
it's
you?
I don't know. There's like people will be like, "Oh, it's on Richard Dynamite in Blixen." And I'm like, "What?"
Where the fuck is that at?
I don't know. It's probably a place. They just have cool sounding names, and I'm like, there's nothing fucking memorable about a number. So
Well, you had
fuck
that's
the streets.
okay.
I'm from the streets. And
When we just lost our hood viewership, there we go.
we just gained
Oh.
trust. That's one thing too. When you set that picture, I was like, I actually lied. I'll go glazed donut holes over glazed donuts.
Donut holes are pretty clutch because they have that chewing. They for sure have that chewiness to them. But
And it just feels like a
I'll,
donut already doesn't feel like a ton of like super filling, but
mm,
glazed donut holes can just keep going down. That's how you get
yeah,
hefty.
and
Like your boy.
and the feel that picture I posted. I like that it says that you can order 15 dozen. Who the fuck's eating? What party you're going to that has 15 dozen donut holes besides bringing them
The
home?
party where I sit at my desk alone.
15 dozen is so fucking many though. That's such an absurd number. and they go up in fives, which is it's kind of bothering me. I had the picture posted on the screen. I'll put it up again just so people can see what we're
180
talking about.
donut holes.
But why is it 5, 10, and 15 dozen? I just feel like if a dozen is an even number, it should go up in evens. It's bugging the fuck out of me that it says that.
Well, already, who's ordering 5 dozen donut holes?
Right. What's like
That's
you
60.
you're going to a mega like office if you're ordering 15 dozen. Even then, I'm
Even
willing to
then,
bet.
I'm probably still finishing them.
Oh, I got a cough. House, sponsored by House. Chat mice. I got the quick mute up.
This guy.
But
No, I was just thinking about it. You're actually right. That like jump in dozens is ridiculous because
yeah, because
I
like
know
2 dozen is
Dunkin'
like
does it
enough
like
for.
25s.
They put 25 dozen.
No, like 25 donut holes.
Oh, I don't like that that they're going away from the dozens
They
because
call that
it's
they call it the boo box.
okay. Get that
25.
a little bit extra.
I slammed that myself.
A little bit extra. Today's episode sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
This episode is sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts, and the lobby's closed, so don't even try, bud. Hop in line.
I've just been throwing up our sponsors on the thing. We've got we got Halls on there, and then Krispy Kremes. We stopped talking about Krispy Kremes, so then I threw a Bosa picture
You should just keep stacking them too in the same corner,
up. Okay.
over the top of each other.
Um, that's our new goal. We're just gonna start farming sponsorships by putting them up on the screen until you
Well,
can't
yeah.
see our own logo.
Shameless plug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that like, I don't know. I haven't had a donut hole in so long. I'm trying to think of like how many I could eat.
I'm trying to get off the donut holes, honestly.
Trying to go on to the main like the actual donut.
I mean, hopefully just away from donuts completely.
No, I mean
Look
donut.
like my midsection looks like a donut now, so I don't know.
True. Yeah, and that's one thing is the donut holes themselves. That's to me that's like the kids menu of donuts.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. You're like, I haven't had one in so long. I don't know how many I could eat. Like I'm saying, I could put down the 25er pretty easy.
25 dozen.
No, no, I can only do 15 dozen easy. 25 pushing it.
Well, they only go to 15, so good. Can I get
Well,
15?
no, I'm gonna get the 15 and the 5.
Just imagine you roll up and you're like, "Can I get 25 dozen donut holes?" Sir, we only do 5, 10, and 15s. Can I get a 15 and a 10 dozen donut holes? Sir, we can't do that.
Well, that's actually the thing too. I don't want to call myself out here, but when we're talking about the boo box, the 25 donut holes at Dunkin' Donuts,
Mhm.
uh, I only don't order 50 because I start to feel guilty because I only get the glaze. I don't switch up the flavor.
Oh, I see.
And I'm like, I'm taking it from the children, and then sometimes it's like, let me get 2 boo boxes.
Yeah, that's true. Do you get like a chalky milk too?
I wish.
You like milk because mom
I
always says she
love
has
milk.
to buy milk, a separate milk, because you'll be down there chugging it straight from the tap.
Yeah, some people think that's so gross. I just slam milk straight from the carton.
I mean, I like milk. I usually grab a glass. That's. I mean, but when you're popping
Yeah.
when you're popping the boo box, I guess you just go in on milk.
No, if I'm sitting down and eating something like that, like I'll have a glass of milk with some sweets. But sometimes I don't want anything to drink. I literally just want like
Sip of
something
milk.
that's it's just gonna like I don't know. It's the perfect amount. Just a sip of milk.
It's because it's got
I
like
get
if you're craving something sweet, milk can kind of get you by. You know what I mean? Because it's got that like natural sweetness to it.
well even then like or if I'm eating something spicy and I'm like, dang, this got too hot,
Mm.
I'll go get a sip.
You just get
I don't need a whole glass of milk.
get a first responder in there. You don't get the whole fire force.
I just start writing boo on. That's why there's always 2 gallons of milk fridge.
Mm.
There's the sippy sip, and there's the community bottle.
I got my sipping gallon and I got my glass gallon.
Oh yeah, I need to make sure there's enough. I ration out the sips. So if I'm gonna get a glass, I go to the community gallon.
Jesus. I was so I would. This is what I actually have a donut store too. I was which is really I'm noticing a theme here. I was
Easy.
I went over. I wanted to go to so I don't know what uh we might get canceled here. I don't know what ethnicity.
This quick?
I don't know what ethnicity works at your Bosa. I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
even think like that.
I'm pretty sure ours are very Vietnamese. And for some, but they have like young, like white kids working there too. For some reason, they have the Vietnamese people answer the phones,
I've never understood that.
and
I get what you're saying.
it's you know I'm somewhat used to it because of my grandmother-in-law, but it's I call them and one of the Vietnamese people answer, and I'm like, and I'm trying to be extra fat because my favorite donut is a buttermilk bar. Okay, and I wanted
And
to
let me
call
check my
them.
reference chart.
Okay, there you go. It's the glazed
Okay. Here we
butt. So I was trying to get a plain butt. Okay, and it was but I was trying to be extra fat because my second favorite donut is a glazed donut. Or it's not. Sorry, it's a maple glazed donut. So I was calling them to see if I could get maple glaze on a buttermilk bar, and they answer, and I have no idea what the fuck's going on, right? And I was, so I'm talking to them, and I said, do you guys have buttermilk bars? Because every time I go over there, they're out. Because we usually go in the afternoon. They're like, do
Yeah,
you have
you
any?
have to be up in the morning if you want what you want,
Yeah. They're like, and then I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna do the accent, but it was a very, very,
It's probably a good choice.
yeah. Um, and I have no idea what they said. So I just followed it up with my next question, not knowing what they said. And I said, "Can you put maple glaze on it?" And I'm pretty sure they just said, "Yes, we have maple donuts as well." And I didn't, and I just went,
You took that as the go ahead.
"Well, no, no, no," and I went, and then I just hung up.
The panic hang up.
And then I was just like, I gave up on the dream. But if I ever have my own donut spot, that's what I'm doing. Oh, you want? I had a
Once we get the
crazy,
Dunkin' Donuts sponsorship.
yeah, sponsored by Dunkin' Donut. You're gonna get the Biggs donut.
They did the what's the Charlie D'Amelio drink or whatever. We could definitely get a donut.
Who the fuck is
It'll be
Charlie D'Amelio?
she's like the biggest TikToker in the TikTok game. Renegade.
Okay, anyway,
Till I start doing it.
true.
Shit.
Then you're talking about actual size, but I had another weird interaction the other day. This one is actually like in person, so it was worse. And sorry, sponsored by House. Um, the I went over to a friend's house to play D&D, and
This guy.
I left my phone in the car. And I'm used to only being around people. This is how I justified it in my head after the fact. But I'm used to only justifying or talking to people in the morning. So my go-to is always good morning, right? At work most of the time it's just mornings. Sometimes, after morning I really just say, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" or something like that, right? I
Yeah.
don't differentiate unless I'm saying good night, which is a salutation. But so I'm walking down to the car. It's pitch black out, or not pitch black, but it's very dimly lit. And this older lady comes around the corner at the same time I do, right? And she goes, and I scared her when I walked out. Sponsored by Health. And it was and she went, "Whoa," or she said like, "How you doing?" And I said, "Good morning," and I just walked by her, and I realized like, and then I went to like, how like when you do something stupid, you like go to like pretend like you're joking, kind of like you're trying to play it off that you
Oh
aren't
no.
an
Are you
absolute.
still around this lady?
No, and then I was like, and I went to like, and I'm just like, my mind hits light speed. I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna say as to why I said good morning, and I couldn't come up with anything. So then I just start laughing out loud at myself, So I'm like maniacally cackling at
Oh
myself as I walk
fuck.
away from this person, and she's already like freaked out. And I never saw her again, but I'm sure she was locked her doors extra tight that night.
Yeah, so that was the addition of the Joker for Joaquin Phoenix that they actually didn't use. That was his origin story.
Yeah. They said, well, you're really good. You have every quality a Joker needs, but we don't think you're gonna fit into the coat, and so we're gonna go with Joaquin. They said, yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely try again for some other role.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I just
I actually kind of have a story like that too about the good morning thing at a weird time.
mm,
Because one time a bunch of us were hanging out and it was late at night and just since there's nothing to fucking do, everyone just kind of gets in cars a lot of the time, drives around or just hangs out in like parks and stuff.
mm,
And they're like hanging off the side of a Jeep and everyone it was completely packed. A Jeep sits like what, four people, maybe five, and it was stacked with probably like six, seven, eight people.
okay, yeah, because the
And people
back
hanging
seats
off the
you would
side
think
and
it would
stuff.
have more, but like the back seats are real small on those.
Well, yeah, I mean, and it's not like most of the crowd we hang out with is like football players, so it
Oh,
was not tiny people.
yeah, a bunch of earthquakes
And
out there.
yeah, a dying breed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No, no, literally,
Oh,
obesity rates at an all-time high.
sponsored by Bosa Donuts.
They're driving around. There's people hanging off the side, and the park was like there's nothing going on. And there's sometimes people call in dumb stuff when there's nothing wrong in their life because they don't have anything better to do.
Mm-hmm.
So police ends up coming behind the car. And he turns on his lights and he kind of like pulls him off the road or makes him park in the parking lot or wherever I forget. And he comes up to him, and before he even has a chance to talk to the driver, one of the kids hanging off the side goes, "Good morning, officer." And it's pitch black, like 10 or later.
Hmm. So that's actually funny because I at the same when I was going through my moment of like, oh, how do I play this off like I'm not an idiot? I was like, maybe I can pretend pretend that I thought it was like 2 a.m. or something like that. And I literally looked over at like at the sky to see, and as like the sun was still kind of slightly, like it's that like it went down, but you can still see that orange glow. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna pull that off. And that was one of my that was one of my attempted recoveries that didn't go so well, and that led into me just laughing at myself like a moron.
After she heard the laugh, when you were just kept walking and whatever, like there's no shot she didn't run back to the closest door and slam it behind her.
Yeah, no, she was terrified for sure. 'Cause she was already scared when I came around the corner. So what is she gonna do?
Said, "Boo."
Well, she did. She like made like an exclamation, like it was like, and I was,
You fucking terrified some old lady for no reason.
and I don't live there, so
So it doesn't matter.
yeah, I
I
don't really
do it
care.
again.
I'm gonna do it. I attempt to do it every time I go over there.
Find a new person. Just wait
Yeah.
around the corner. I hear footsteps.
Just yeah, I'm gonna start on my days off. I'm gonna start stalking the grounds of my friends' apartments, looking to terrify that old woman again. I'll just
I don't know.
dress
I
up.
just I just feel like there's something going on right here. Some like sort of case being. Someone has the board out and they're pinpointing different moments right now.
Yeah, illegally sponsoring ourselves. I wonder if there is like a precedence for a court case. If
We'll just edit it out.
okay, just bleep out sponsor Barbosa.
Like we'll go back in. And I'll just be like sponsored by.
Every time I cough, Halls for sure doesn't want us.
Hey, yeah, I don't know. In fact, further and further we get along with this, we're gonna be less regular brand friendly.
Yeah, and you're also already talking shit on Halls, telling them that their best selling flavor is their worst.
There's no shot that's our best selling flavor. Cherry's got to be the number one selling flavor.
Looking it up.
That was their like most generic thing ever, and not their most. Also, I'd rather have a Ricola Sponsored
No,
by
we're
Ricola.
supposed to, no, we're supposed to buy Halls. Stop.
No,
Bestseller and
put up
cough
the
drops.
logo. Put up
Amazon.com.
the logo. Pull
Best
up the
spot.
logo. Put the logo up.
Okay, I'll
Ricola.
put a chair one up for you. I have one. It's funny. That's one of the ones that popped up. Hold on. There. Now it's above the halls. The best
Nice.
sellers and cough drops. Amazon.com. Halls. Honey and lemon flavor cough. Number 2. Ricola. Original herb. Number 3. Halls. Citrus vitamin C drops. Then Luden's. And then Ricola come taking up 5th and 6th.
Where's the cherry? It's classic everything like make sickness feel better.
Good. They don't even. It's not even cherry. So number 6 Ricola is cherry honey. Luden's is a number
Ew.
11.
If I look
That's their
up
cherry. I'm looking it up
if
right
I
now.
look up
Oh,
Halls right now
Halls
and it
released
pops up,
Friday. So you're having to get the double pack for it to hit number 18, and that's the cherry and menthol. So cherry and cigarettes is the favorite. Is the 18th favorite.
oh yeah, wait. Maybe it is honey and lemon is the first one to pop up.
Dude, are you sure cherry Halls has a cherry? You might be thinking
Maybe
of
it's
Ricola.
strawberry.
I don't even see a
No,
strawberry.
I'm looking at two right now.
No.
yeah, you can't just know what I say.
Strawberry. Yep. Oh, I do see cherry. Ooh, it's like a black cherry though. Yeah, that's why it's dumpster.
No, not black cherry. What are you
There's
on about? Classic cough syrup flavor, everything. The shitty cough syrup that you have to fucking want to
Halls
kill yourself
flavors.
when you take it as a
Halls
kid. That's what I'm
flavors.
talking about.
Nope, no, 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 no. Looking it up. Images.
Oh,
Halls flavors.
you're incorrect.
Oh, there
When
it
I
is.
look up Halls, the strawberry one's the second one, and then on the second row, the first one's cherry.
So yeah, you're right. I do see cherry. They do have a black cherry though.
That sounds disgusting.
You can't hate cherry and then not like black cherry.
I don't eat cherry.
Whoa. I mean, you can't hate black cherry but like regular cherry. You gotta like both.
Oh, that's like saying you can't like licorice and not like black licorice.
That's a good point. I rescind what I was saying.
Yeah, I take back what you said.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
take it back. I take it back.
Wrong.
I got absolutely dumpstered right there. That was my bad.
Whoa! Want to know? Hey, put the score up on the on the screen.
How do I insert text? Oh, I just
Yeah,
transitioned. Whoops.
navigation and donuts was about the only value I had to bring to this. So
I don't know how to add text. I was gonna. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. No. Uh, I'll I'll work on that on the next when
we'll get it up on the screen post production.
I don't know how to do that either.
Okay, bud, we'll figure it out. Well, look down in the comments. We'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, someone check that in the comments.
Someone keep tally in the comments.
Let's see. Picture.
It's just one.
It's 1-0. Someone actually told me the proper that when you're saying a score like that, you're supposed to say your score first. So like I would say 0-1, you're 1-0. That way there's no confusion. It was back when I was in like it's back when we lived in Reading. And so one of them
You
told
didn't even say anything right there.
No, I know. It
You
was
said it's back when, and then it cut out.
it's back when we lived in Reading.
Oh.
And it was I was losing at horseshoes for one round. Like literally just got hit for one round. Like the first round of it. And they're like, make sure you say your score first. I like the way it sounds better when you say it.
That's disgusting.
And I was like, okay. And then they proceeded to get absolutely bodied by a complete rookie of horseshoes. Don't come at me in horseshoes ever again. At that point, you shouldn't even be playing anymore.
That literally reminds me of someone saying something like that, where they're like correcting people and trying to sound all snobby.
Mm-hmm.
When I was cleaning tables at my old job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was walking around, and I don't know, when it's like not busy, you're walking around listening to tables kind of as you're cleaning near them.
Yeah.
I was listening to this family, and there was like this mom, dad, and a little girl that they had brought out. It like seemed like it was a birthday or something, and they like gave her a book or something as a present. She unwrapped it, and then they go on to talk about like theatrical performances, like real life stuff.
Mhm.
Talking about like you could tell they were the type of people that thought it was so cool to read ugh, and go to theater stuff.
Imagine.
I know. Imagine reading. And they hit the kid with this. Is how I know this. They ruined this kid's life. She will never have friends, and she will get made fun of. Sorry, not sorry. They're talking to this little girl, and they go, "That's like saying bravo to a woman performer. We don't talk to people like that." I instantly like wanted to throw a plate at her or something.
Just frisbee with some porcelain at the back of her head. Is it porcelain or
I was
ceramic?
like,
Ceramic.
you just in my head, I'm just playing through the scenarios, like you know how kids are.
Yeah.
Like this kid's getting dumpstered for the rest of
Right. If
their
that kid pulls that out in school, bodied.
instantly. It's over, and you won't live down from it. You'll be that person forever.
Yeah, you'll be Bravo for the rest of your high school career. Your name's
Hey,
Bravo now,
right?
especially because you're a
Brava.
girl.
I
That's so funny. I actually didn't know there was a distinction.
didn't know there's a distinction either. No one does because no one fucking cares.
That's true. But
Except for that chick. She ruined her kid's life.
yeah, true. I guess they know. Imagine they're wrong. Imagine that's
I
some
mean,
dumb.
she had a whole like synopsis describing what the fuck, when to use what,
Hmm.
when to use the correct pronouns.
Yeah, we don't do that here. This is America.
I wumbo.
You, wamba. Men wamba,
Wumba.
women wamba.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Right.
Amen.
That's how you learn to use the correct pronouns, and then them use uh they uh.
Finish a goddamn thought.
I couldn't do it. That's my bad. What? I don't know. I feel like that's got to be
How do you feel
some.
about palm oil deforestation?
Huh?
I don't
Palm
know. I hit
oil.
you with a current event.
Palm oil deforestation. I actually know what that. I know
I
something
don't.
about that.
Don't go into it.
Oh. Uh.
I won't be able to retaliate.
But they're destroying the habitats of orangutans.
That's pretty funny.
Okay. I don't know what
Cut that
palm
out.
oil is
Cut
used
that.
for though.
Oh wait, hang on.
I heard your
It
chair
claps,
squeak.
so make sure to insert the laugh track.
Oh, okay. I heard your chair squeak and from it struggling under your immense weight.
It was my mic stand. I moved
Uh-huh.
my mic, you fucking
Yeah.
bully.
Yeah, okay. Brava.
We don't talk to people like you. You ever hear? Oh my god, chair squeaking. There used to be this. This is so stupid. There used to be like in elementary school, this one teacher that was pretty sick had these like the rolly chairs, and you would rotate them around. Like everyone got to use it every day of the week. So like it would start with one kid, next day a different kid, so on and so forth.
Okay.
And there was like this game that we used to play where everyone could kind of see how far you could lean back, but it was mostly in like the plastic four leg chairs that you see at desks or tables or whatever in elementary schools.
Hmm.
Everyone would kind of see how far they could lean back. And then it kind of evolved into leaning back in the rolly chairs. The only thing was, if you got caught doing that and you fell, you're out of the rolly chair for the rest of the year.
Okay. Did you
And I'm
did you
like,
fall?
I'm like, oh, I got this. I'm hitting the rolly chair and I have my legs. Imagine you're leaning back and you have your legs like underneath the desk, all the way pressed up. It's like holding you from
Yeah.
sliding.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what you can do with the regular plastic chairs. My
Okay.
legs are up against a thing. The wheels fling forward, and I just fucking flat back, wind knocked out of me onto the ground, and it doesn't just not make a noise. Like the entire class turns,
Yeah.
and then I slam. She goes, "What are you doing over there?" I'm just on the ground. Yeah.
What a dumb question though. Obviously, you know what I'm doing. What are you doing over there?
And the point of the story is, I no longer got to use the rolly chairs.
Just steal it from someone.
and that was once again the where a chair couldn't handle me.
Okay. I remember the first podcast I ever did or ever like tried to do. I had a really squeaky chair, and I was so like I could hear it in like the reverb in my like what you can hear your own voice in your headphones. I could hear it constantly, and I listened back to it, and it sounds like there's just like a there's a
You're trying to
cacophony
make a
of
beat
chair
with it.
noises, yeah, in the background, and I just like deleted it. It's just like from that point on, I just like sat in a regular chair. It was just it was terrible.
Yeah, my thing makes that noise you're talking about. I don't know if it's making the noise,
No, I can't pick.
but
I'm not hearing it.
mine makes like my mic stand makes an obnoxious squeaking noise.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Sometimes I kind of lean in, so then I move it further away from myself, balance it out, and sometimes I just start breathing really heavily into the mic.
Oh yeah.
In the chair, when you flat back in the rolly chair, you just go.
All right. I put a picture up on the thing for you.
You just go. Sorry. Say something to the teacher. I was a little fifth grader or something. I don't know.
Sorry, I completely destroyed this chair. We're in fifth grade. I thought this was in like high school.
No, this is an elementary school thing. In high school, I stopped leaning in chairs.
Oh,
Come on
I
now.
see.
I was a mature man.
Oh yeah.
By the way, in high school and about, if I ever find the video, it'll be whenever we have a Patreon, I'll put this video up there. In high school, I took a kid, it was like cartoon style. I took a kid and had like my arms around his ankles, and I just started spinning around and like just imagine his head like or his entire body swinging around me as I'm rotating. So that's me in high school. I didn't lean on chairs though.
Hmm.
It was the only time I got in trouble in high school. They, the vice principal took me into her office and said, "What were we doing out there?" And I said, "I don't know."
What?
Subscribe to the Patreon to see that video.
That'd be beautiful if you actually had it.
Oh, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Oh, I have it.
That's a hundred episode special. We're gonna drop the.
We're dropping the spinny vid.
Yeah. Just make sure you
Oh,
keep
I
it.
have a bunch of stupid stuff.
Oh my god, this is the type of chair that I need to keep myself from squeaking.
Sorry.
Check it and send it in Discord.
Ew.
Look how,
Why does it look like that?
look how strong it is. It's got like steel
Yeah.
plating, so my fat
Why is it
sides
like
don't push out on the arms and snap off the screws.
Why is it like a ball holster?
You don't need a ball holster?
It's so random. That'd be so fucking annoying.
I didn't even notice the ball holster.
How do you not notice that?
I was looking at the sides and I was like, oh wow, I could finally feel. So back when I worked at the, I was back when I worked at the sporting goods store. I used to test. I used to test the like camping chairs, because the camping chairs, they're not the highest quality. Those like quad chairs.
Oh yeah, they always break.
Yeah, I was like, and I used to tell everyone if they were fat guy approved or not. There's a lot of fat people up here, and I was like, yeah, I can sit in that one and not get fat person anxiety, and and people loved it. It's actually kind of helpful, to be honest, because you don't want to have to find out. You don't want to drop like $60 on a chair, find out your fat ass is just gonna break it. You know?
Well, yeah, you want that thicky stamp of approval.
Right. And I thought about
You
putting
ever?
tags on it, but I didn't know if I'd get in trouble.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You get to leave. You know those plastic chairs that people have in like their backyards?
Like fucked up green and white ones,
Uh,
or like they're
it's
green
like the
or white.
ones you can stack a bunch of. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like they have like the spacing in between. It kind of looks like it wants to be like wood planking, but
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
chair. and it's all plastic.
Yep.
Like when I sit down in those and I kind of lean back, and then the chair does the.
Where you can and you hear the legs like like moving back as you try and
Then
like
now
adjust. Yeah,
it turns into a recliner because the plastic starts bending beneath me.
yeah.
And then the leg like doesn't know what to do because now shit's bending and the leg's trying to hold so, but it's like, dude, I gotta re-grip the ground, and it goes, and you start hitting the speed wobbles on the chair that's not moving.
You're talking about this one, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly. That one.
just making sure that
Those are not fat people approved.
no, the one I was thinking of is there's ones that are worse. I can't remember. They're like the old, like real shitty ones. Oh, this one. I don't know. They're like they're always in the ghetto. Like you see them in the front yards of like ghetto houses. But this one right here, where it's like the the legs
Yes.
are made out of like even that one looks like it's in the ghetto. It's just in like next to like the toilet, like the upper deck of a toilet right there. You know that's in someone's front yard
The
and that's never
tank.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
But
Those ones are especially not fat people approved. Those ones are dangerous as hell.
yeah, well, those are the ones that like those legs are made of like recycled. I don't know, fucking cereal bag, like plastic or some shit because they're fucking terrible. And you
Have
those
you
are the
ever
ones.
have you ever sat in a chair and broke one?
No, I haven't yet. I did so when I was
Guilty.
one time I sat. This is the last time I sat in anything like swinging. Um, it was at Bicky's old house, and they had this like, well, it was like a net that was like drilled into the ceiling,
Oh no.
and I sat in it, and I remember I was just sitting there talking, and I was already embarrassed because like they were grilling me about some girl I was interested in at the time, and it fucking just snapped out. You know it wasn't a stud, right? But I'm heavy, right? And they tried to play it off like it was because I was spinning in it, but it's really I yanked it out of wood, and I just came down full force on my tailbone and it used to be concrete. And I remember just like laying there doing the fat guy. I just hurt myself like ooh,
He did the
ooh,
Peter Griffin. He did the
basically,
Peter Griffin.
basically.
Ah, ah.
It's just like, and they're like, "Are you okay? Your tailbone might be broken." And it's like, I actually hate more when people try to, like, when people try to help me because you already want to die, and they're like, "Oh, is everything okay?" It's like I would rather bleed out through my ass right now than have to go to the hospital for a broken tailbone because I fell 2 feet.
Fuck. I think mine's what did I do in it? I think I've actually well I'm
Couple
actually
times.
oh hang on. We'll go from point A to point B. There was one time I was in a desk at school. That's probably my most embarrassing one. I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was already like fucked. Like it was in the corner for a reason, but I forgot why
Yeah,
I
sure it
sat
was,
in
pal.
it. Anyway, I sit in this thing and it's the walkie slash, and that bitch just shattered. It's not my proudest moment in the knowledge zone.
Trying to think if have I ever had a chair break on me. I'll
I have
usually
another
just stand
segue for
instead.
that if you don't.
If anything, oh, do you go for it? I'm just trying to think.
I'm actually famous for so
Oh fuck.
we're talking about shit breaking. I'm famous for breaking beds.
So,
Like I probably have 5 under the belt.
so Ash's current bed up in at the mom's house, the gray one.
Yeah.
It's like a half of a twin mattress when you're as big as that. I think it's actually a queen, but I'm very fat, so it feels like a twin. um, I remember I was like, I specifically told mom I was like, I don't want to sleep on that because I'm gonna break it because I knew it had the like thin plywood underneath, and it's like you'll be fine,
Oh,
right?
I was like, is it dead?
Yeah, and I remember I go to get up in the bed, and the first knee I put on it, not even my entire body weight, first knee I put on it, I hear, and I'm just like, yeah, okay. So then you have to like evenly like put 2 hands down and evenly get in it, and like you're trying to defuse a goddamn bomb, and you're just slowly moving, trying to roll over in his bed. I hate. I hate those wooden bed frames.
Oh
I,
yeah, those are the worst things ever.
yeah, because I remember when I realized I was fat when I was younger. I went and I jumped and dove onto, I think it was my dad's bed, but I was like, this is the first realization of being fat, and I just hear like three of those fucking boards, bro.
There's such a distinct sound to
Yeah,
them.
it's a like cracking.
Only, only a fat person thing. Do you know the sound of the bed things cracking?
Yeah, it is. That's the only way you know that noise. But it's so distinct. You're right. It's a like cracking, like, and then it's like you get that sinking feeling because the bed sinks underneath you. Because it's just.
It's so true.
And
Bro,
then,
I've probably broken 5 beds in my time.
well, and
And
then you
it's
try to do
not my.
the.
Hey, the bad part is they're not mine.
Oh no, I don't know if you do this, but then you do the like the fat person shame maneuver, where you try to put something under there to kind of like support it a little bit.
Oh fuck,
So
I
like,
forgot that.
I remember, oh, what was it? I remember when like, oh, I put something under there that was absolute. It was like a book or something, but I was trying to like bridge the gap between the other two boards that are like around it. It's something. It's something stupid. Where I was put things under it to try and support it. But it was, yeah, I definitely broken some beds.
There was I can't remember all of them. I know I'm literally like that's something that they knew my friend group like was scared of for a while. The one I did distinctly remember is people are fucking around. Everyone roughhouses, we wrestle stuff like that when everyone's around, and it's okay when the little guys are running around. But there was someone in a bed, and I like ran over. I remember we always used to just like tackle each other and stuff like that. I ran over and like swanton bombed on some kid's bed on top of a kid,
Yeah.
and you just hear, and then the bed just sinks. It looks like it slams to the ground,
Oh
and everyone just goes, "Oh,
fuck.
oh my god!" And I remember when he got a new bed for him, like sometime
Oh
down the
no.
road, he showed us the damages underneath because we didn't see it before. He showed us the damage, and it's just fucking planks shredded in half.
Like someone was holding a karate exhibition under his bed.
Those planks folded as easy as like a pre-cut WWE table that they're slamming each other through.
And but it's so, oh fuck, that's so funny. Looks like you broke a bunch of ribs.
I mean, that probably
Whew.
happened too after I dove on top of a kid.
Yeah, true. Oh,
Hit him, hit him with that sheesh, and then came down from the top rope.
on his bed, folded him in through his bed.
One of my proudest moments.
All right. So, how long are you wanting to go on this? Because we're at an hour 18 right now.
I want to be somewhere in between 60 and 90 minutes. That's good.
All
I feel like we started
right.
to get our groove more towards the end.
Yeah,
It started a little slow. I mean, the intro is kind of fun. As much as it was retarded, the intro was pretty funny.
I liked it. Are you wanting to say anything as an outro, or do you want me to just play Kimosabe again?
Uh, that's not what it's called. I mean, yeah, we just put like we'll have our social medias on the screen.
Uh,
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
okay.
Uh, and until next time, this could be the finale. So you never know
Yeah,
what you're
true.
gonna get.
I don't know how to get it closer. I don't know. Did you have anything else to
I
say?
can't, I can't believe you're putting it. No, I mean I'm good for now.
Is there? Did you have anything else you wanted to say, or am I closing it down?
No, you can close it.